Hello, this is Shauna with Soymilkmuse, and today I have a flip through of this pretty little junk journal, and she's called Show the World Your Magic. Kind of a forest fairy type theme, kind of a 4 seasons as well. I did use digital printables from Daisy Dreams Revisited. This is the Whispery Woodlands Volume 2. I will attempt to link that, but so far YouTube hasn't been allowing me to link yet, so we'll see if that works. I have some wings on here. These are die cut from my Sizzix machine, and a book plate with book corners, a little bit of trim here with some lace. I did some stamping, some stenciling, and some gold splatters as well on this printable. And this is made from mac and cheese box, like world famous or world's best mac and cheese, whichever, from Costco. So this is a good 2 layers, and it's, you know, I mean, if you really try, it'll bend, but it's pretty hard. I dyed some lace with some distress inks and mica stain on this lace and put it here. This is the back. And once again, I did a little stenciling and splattering and stamping. And then I covered the cover with fabric as well. And this one, I did a method for binding that Natasha from Treasure Books had on her channel a couple months ago. I think her video title was something like easiest binding method ever or something like that. And the reason I did that was the printables themselves are very much like, I'm going to show you. Like, I felt like it would be weird to have these pages separated by something else, you know? It would just be weird. I think it's so pretty as it is in one piece, so that's what I did. And I printed them out in various sizes so I could do different things with them as well. But at the beginning here, we have a torn pocket. I used Distress Oxides and inks and some watercolor gold splatter. I added some trim and some die cuts. And here we have one of the printables in a tiny little size with, this is a punch, I believe, or it might have been a die cut, some lace, fabric flower, and some little flower stamens, and a brad. And more stenciling and stamping there. A couple journal cards in the front. And we have some writing space with a pocket and a little tag, or a journal card, I guess, with more of the fabric flowers and lace, and a punch in the middle with some gold splatter. And here we have the first spread, which we just saw briefly, which has more flower with some of that trim and a brad and lace, and then an upper and lower corner tucks. And in there, I put this, has writing space on the back. Down the side here, there's some German book page that has been stenciled as well. And then more writing space. And these ones, they kind of remind me a little bit of winter. And then our next page spread. Oh, I have just some writing paper and a tuck, a little butterfly. This is a punch, a little liquid pearls in the middle there. And here we have more flower, book page, and this little side tuck here. And this is just a little flippy pad with some writing paper and a couple of those pretty images. And a little, probably that's from the die cut, I think. Yeah, so as you can see, this binding method, you basically fold all your pages in half and then they get glued like back to back in between. And then only the front, the very front and the very back are glued to the cover, so it's all kind of loose. in there, but it lays flat everywhere, which is really nice. So coming back over here, did this one, some more writing space, and there's another one here, and this one, we have another die cut wings there, stenciling, stamping, splatters, and then this untucks from this butterfly, and there's some writing space there. And there you have a journal card, a little pocket, a couple pages of writing space, and then we have this one, a little page spread with the die cut, and it's got some little antenna from flower stamens and a brad, some stamping, some splatters, some stenciling, and then here we have a little sari silk closure on this tiny little flip out here. Just a little writing space. Oops. There we go. And a couple writing pages. And here we have this one, moving more into spring. And we have a tuck here under her wings. They're a die cut. And then just really pretty, lots of liquid pearls and a bit of stamping with the script and the butterfly and some stenciling. It's just kind of subtle and shimmery. And then we have some writing pages again. Whoops, this one got bent a bit. I think it's okay. Just a journal card and a journal tag. We have the upper and lower pockets there again. Let's put this one in this way. See if it'll flatten out that corner. And then on this side we have another little flippy pad with some of that dyed lace there. Just a few little pages. That was one that I did with some copper, I think it was maybe a mica stain spray. Couple writing pages. And we have this spread here. We have some lace and a die cut, some more liquid pearls and stamping and stenciling and gold splatters. And this is a flip out for writing. And then on the other side, there's a little pocket, a little journal card there. A couple more writing pages. That's just page decoration. It's the negative from a punch. And then here we have another page, more spring, splatters, stamping, stenciling, a little booklet. It's just stapled together, a little bit of stenciling and stamping in there as well. Slides into that pocket. Another little flower here. And on the other side, it flips out for some additional writing space. A couple pages for writing, a little stenciling and stamping. And then here we have another upsy-downsy tucks and more stenciling, stamping, and splatters, and then some book page inside. It's nature about birds, I think that is. And on this side, another little flippy pad, another one of those pretty pictures. Those can be written in or torn up and glued in, or however a person would like to use them. Here we have another one. She has the die cut wings as well. Kind of moving more into summer at this point. There's a tag with die cut that I dyed. And then we have the other half here on her. It's a little hard to see with all the reflective shininess, but there is a girl there with the die cut wings on one side. A couple pages for writing again. Little page tab that is a flip out on this side. And then we have a little booklet for writing, and just one of the papers tucked in there somebody could do something with. And in the background we have more of that German book page and lots of liquid pearls and gold splatter with watercolor, stenciling, and this flips out for writing space on this side. And then on this side there is a pocket that I did not actually put anything in. And there's some writing pages, some lace. This is another one that just unties with the sari silk. Make sure I'm in frame here. And it's just a little booklet with some writing pages. A little flower on this side. We've got more of the, oops, you can see that blue in the middle is not really there. It's from a crystal I have hanging in the window. A little prism. And some writing space. There, you can see the prism maybe. And then this one, we have a little writing paper in the up and down tucks. And of course the stenciling and stamping and splatters. I just love gold splatters. They're awesome. I was so happy when I discovered watercolor splatters because they really, there's nothing about them that can be sticky afterwards. Once they're dry, they're not, the page isn't going to stick together like acrylic paint will sometimes. Yeah. So we have a little lace down the side and more stenciling splatters and stamping. And then we have this, which is actually an envelope that I decorated, stenciling and stamping, lined with book page. And inside is just a little flippy pad here. Whoops. Tuck that back in. Oops, let's leave the lace at the bottom. That's prettier. There we go. And a couple of writing pages. And this one unties, and it's just a little, you know, booklet. I won't bother untying it right now. And on this side is a little flippy pad, some little scraps. Another flower and lace. Oops. Couple more writing pages. And then we have an upper tuck on this pocket. And just some stationery that I stamped. Some butterflies. Bit of lace at the top. And a couple more writing pages. See, between each one there's 4 writing pages. So here we have a tag that has a pocket on it. It's covered with fabric. Has some of that hand-dyed lace. And a little negative of a butterfly here. And this one is just a little flippy pad. Some of the lace at the top. Feels really nice in the hand. Some lace, and this is a tuck here. So without the borders, you can tuck wider things in. And on this side, we have a little flip out for writing. She has stamped wings. Definitely summer girl here. And then this one, it's a little pocket tag. A little bit more stenciling on this. Writing pages. Oops, I guess we're in autumn here. And this is just for writing. This was a reverse of the cardstock that I used the die cut machine with. Oops, there we go. And then a journal, big journal card in the back. And this torn piece, which is actually pretty much the reverse of the pocket in the front. So it's torn this way, and this one is the reverse. And then of course I signed it. So that is that cutie little journal. She just feels nice in your hands. A bit of squish, but yet it's still a hardcover. And there's no nothing but fabric, 2 layers of fabric here for the spine. So it's, yeah, it's sturdy, but it lays flat anywhere you put it. I love it. All right, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.